Hello, Familia. Welcome, welcome. I am Magdalene Janet. If you don't know who I am, welcome to my channel. We are here Mondays and Thursdays. You know how I started the schedule this year? It is so much harder to have like a strict schedule than just to upload like when I wanted to, but I love it. It keeps me accountable for you guys to know exactly when I post, you know? Recently did my favorite drugstore products. Then I did my favorite drugstore setting powders. Now we're on to the high end, to the luxury stuff. My favorite loose setting powders. Pressed powders is a whole different story. By the way, this makeup will be up on Thursday. Yes, Familia, I will have all these powders tagged here on the screen. So if you see pop-ups showing up, it's because I'm tagging them so you can shop. When you shop and or click on those tags on the screen, it does help my channel out tremendously and I appreciate you so much. Of course, no pressure. I will also have everything tagged in the description box below. So let's start. What is a setting powder? Do you need setting powder? Do you need anything? No, you need your health, family and friends, and keep it going, you know? What is a setting powder? A setting powder can come in a pressed form or a loose form. Personally, I prefer a loose form for my under eye area. For the rest of my face, I can use either a press or a loose. What I find the best about loose powders is that because it's loose, it gets to go all over your eye area. If you have a lot of creases, you can really get in there every single crease and set it down with something like this, like a brush. A brush will always give you a much more lightweight look in the eye area, especially if you have creases, if you have wrinkles, if you have dry eyes. I always suggest to put on powder with a brush. It could be any type of brush as long as it's like a dome shape and it's dense. Dense meaning like it kind of looks like this, like it's gonna grab product. You see, like that? Something like this is good. This Morphe one, the 164, it is bigger. It'll really get in there. This is always just going to deposit less than a powder puff. A powder puff would give you, I would say, full coverage loose powder look. Loose powder, because it is loose and translucent, it's always going to be a thinner type of powder. It's very different from foundation powder because the foundation powder has pigment, which makes it a little bit thicker, a little bit heavy looking, right? So when do you use setting powder? Setting powder, you use it after you put on your cream product, whether you put foundation, concealer, cream bronzer, cream blush, and then you set it down to help your makeup stay on. Setting powders also mattify your skin. It blurs your skin. It could give your skin a natural radiance. And most importantly, it helps your makeup last all day. It gives it longevity. With setting powders, you don't have to use a lot. You can always just tap with the brush. It's your T-zone, especially if you have dry skin, if you have textured skin, if you have a lot of creases. Powder will accentuate those areas out. So if you do have them, I would just go T-zone, bam, 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 eye area, bam, around the nose, done. You don't have to use setting powder, but it will help your makeup last and look flawless. It does also look great in photos. So FYI. We are talking about the high end, the ones that are worth our dollar bills. As you guys know, I just decluttered my makeup and I kept all the powders I love. If you don't see them here, it's because one, I don't have it, / I haven't tried it. If I tossed it in the declutter, it's most likely a powder I no longer like or love. The first powder that I love, that I continuously go back to, is Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder. It comes in so many shades. It is available for every single skin tone imaginable. The beauty about colored powders is that it helps melt into your skin a lot better, especially if you're a person of color like me. I have brown skin. I personally love this purple pink ube powder because it truly just melts. Nova powder is finely milled if it looks like baking flour. You know how baking flour, when you put it on the cooking sheet or whatever, I don't cook, but you know how it gets stuck? Like if you go like that, they get stuck. This is exactly what you want your setting powder to look like. This is what I'm talking about. You see how it gets stuck right there in the middle? This lets you know it is a finely milled powder. The way it gets stuck on your finger is the way it's going to lock in your makeup. Easy Bake from Huda Beauty will give you that effortless, flawless base that lasts all day, that mattified, blurred look. This ube color is not out in the market. This is the only brand that has something like this. It has like a purple and a pink and in between. It looks so good on the skin. You know what? Speaking of, let me show you how it looks. Like I told you, there's no color like this. You see how it just melts in? Oh. Powder number 2 that I really like is Makeup by Mario. Makeup by Mario does great makeup. Most all his products are great. I'm wearing his lip liner right now in this shade right here. Oh girl, let me see. Toasty with Dior lip gloss number 12. This combo, isn't it cute? I feel like I feel short. Hold on. I mean, I am short, but okay. This reminds me of literally baking flour. You can see it right here. Ah, look, I'm gonna stick my finger. Look at this. This will give you a very flawless look. It comes in several different shades. I use the shade Peach. For me, peach and or pink really go well with my skin tone. It meshes in so well, which is why I love either or. Peach is gonna always give you a natural look. It's gonna look like you don't have powder. It's gonna blend into your skin, especially if you have my medium to tan skin tone. I do have a neutral undertone. Just a very flawless, and it is extremely blurring powder. I would say it's like a very soft matte. I feel like Huda Beauty has more of a matte finish. So if you have drier skin, maybe the Makeup by Mario is for you. Onto one that was very surprising to me, YSL. I mean, yes and no. I love me some YSL. YSL Beauty does great makeup, but I guess what the most I was surprised about is, girl, look how finely milled this is. Like, this is such a beautiful, finely milled, very lightweight powder. I love to set my under eyes with this one. This is the shade number 2. It has a yellow undertone. If you have discoloration like me, I don't have discoloration today because the setting powder I use, which is this one, really color corrected. But girl, let's add a little here. Let me show you how this is going to just brighten us up. I like to put a good amount of powder like right here, and then with this brush I press the rest in so it just spreads it instead of putting all that powder here. You can see how much the powder puff really deposits product. That's why be careful with the powder puff. If you don't want a super heavy looking eye that looks crunchy and wrinkly, I avoid this. This gives you, I feel like, a more natural look. It's not too matte. I think it does a very great job of blurring your skin, making your skin look super natural yet blurred. This color, beautiful. I really am surprised how good it is. I mean, I don't know why, but I am. It just is one of those things, right? Another surprising one, Sephora Collection, I swear, is a brand that a lot of people sleep on, even me, okay? It is so good. Everything about this brand is good. I love the eyeliner, the foundation, the powder. They came out with a bunch of powders. I think 4 shades. I have the shade Brightening Banana. I also have the pink shade. This is such a cute powder. It comes with the powder puff, the finely milledness of it all. Grab off finger. Girl, look at this. And some powders will stick on your finger more than others. The way I judge a powder is how it sticks onto your finger. I like to call this like the finger test. It's an indication how it's going to apply on your face. A setting powder, because it is like a sealing type of process to your makeup, you need something like this so that not only locks your makeup in, it makes you look super flawless. Your makeup lasts all day long with that effortless, flawless look. This powder, and mind you, I think it's like 20 bucks at Sephora. Sephora Collection is the affordable brand at Sephora. You need this powder, especially if you're looking for a high-end, luxurious feeling powder, but you're not gonna spend the dollar bills. This is it. By the way, you guys, my necklace is from Idol. So is my earrings. I have a discount code down below if you wanna check it out. Here. Okay, let's blend this out because I low-key forgot about it. Oopsie daisies. Another trick I want to share with you with powder. When your makeup has been on like this for a little bit, I've had my makeup on now for like, I think an hour and a half. So your natural oils are warming your makeup up. It's starting to look more like skin. You don't look so powdery. If you want your makeup to look refreshed, within an hour or 2 or 3, it starts looking a little bit glowy. I don't mind it, but if you want something to get your setting powder, the next one up is Makeup Forever. Girl, I was using this powder so much. Look at the finely milled. You see that? You're gonna get your powder. So this is the HD 2.1 medium neutral. This one also has a bunch of tones. You can start pressing some powder in, and this is gonna make your makeup look flawless like you just did it. And it's only a quick touch up. Oh my god, I didn't blend the Huda Beauty out. The power of powder, it is a game changer. I really just love how refreshed. Doesn't the skin look nice and refreshed? Oof. Makeup Forever though is the one brand that I trust and love. I think every single product they come out with is really great. It is an artistry brand, and this powder no less. It is a finely milled, I would call it very velvety, very pore filling, very much. Your skin is gonna look porcelain all day long. I love this powder. This is my second tube, and mind you, look how big, not tube, I don't know, container. Look how big this is. It brings a bunch of powder. This one reminds me a lot of the Mario one. I just feel like this one gives you maybe more of a softer look than the Mario. Mario gives you more of a like blurring look. Moving on to a powder everybody loves. This has gone viral for a reason. This is another brand that has a ton of shades. One Size was the first brand whose peach shade was perfect. This is going to be the most perfect peach color shade of powder thus far. It'll beat out the Mario one, and it'll beat out, do I have another peach one today? No. It's not too cool. It's not too warm. Look, and let me show you. Look at this. You see that test? Girl. This is a holy grail of all holy grails. This is the perfect type. Look how it even sticks onto the brush. Where if you want your beat to really last and you want that mattified look, if you like a mattified look, you know, some of us, I like a good matte look, honestly, especially if I know I'm gonna wear my makeup all day long. You know, I don't like to touch up my makeup. I like to just put it and be one and done with it. This is the powder I'm gonna use. This is the powder that is going to make your makeup look the most mattest. That's not a word, or is it? The most flawless and the most long lasting. I would say this is the most heavy duty setting powder you are going to come across. This container is humongous. It will last you forever. That's what I love about powders, about setting powders, is that it's quite diverse where you can use it multiple ways and you'll get like a different look. You can make yourself look extremely snatched, or like today I'm looking a little natural, Let me add some blush because, girl, I'm putting all this powder. My blush is kind of like, girl. If your blush is ever too much, intense, you know how we have blush blindness over here? Your setting powder is gonna help. Oh, by the way, my blouse is from Amazon, you guys. This is my second time wearing it because I went to an event and I wore it and I was filming today. I'm like, let me wear it again. Because who says we can't wear our clothes more than once? I wear my clothes and my jewelry more than once. All the time. This is the only powder in this mix that gives you like a natural finish, natural looking, natural glow off the bat right when you do your makeup. The Kosas powder is for you. This is the yellow one, and this is how finely milled this bad boy is. This one is not gonna look like that matte, super blurred, flawless look. You know how I started this video? You saw how I had my natural oils coming up. This is how your makeup's gonna look from the beginning when you use the Kosas powders. I personally sometimes just want that natural kind of glowy look off the bat with my makeup. Powder is very gentle. It is very finely milled, very forgiving powder. The yellow tone will also help highlight your skin, especially if you have my skin tone. The pink one is gonna give you more of a cooler finish. If you are wondering what is the difference of the shade shades, and or if you're my complexion, a peach powder will really work the best. Then I would go with pink, and then I would go with yellow if we're ranking it, right? Also, Kosas, you know, it's a brand that it's a very natural, your skin but better. And this powder is exactly that. If you don't want a lot of makeup, if you have a lot of texture, if you have a lot of crow's feet or dry under eyes, big pores, you want your makeup to look just as natural as possible, but you want to set it down because you do want your makeup to last. Use Kosas. Kosas. I was thinking of Hokas for some reason, the shoes. You guys, I am about to go with my friend, not about to, but in a few hours, go get some street tacos with my girlfriend. Do you know how excited I am for that? Okay, moving on to the oldies but goodies. If you know, you know. Dermablend. Dermablend has been out forever. My mom used to use Dermablend, okay? Dermablend, a professional makeup brand, and they have this setting powder. They have now 4 shades. I think they have the banana, the glowy banana, this one, and a deeper shade. This is the original finely milled powder, long-lasting powder, amazing powder. This is the original one size powder, to tell you the truth. This was for people that performed. If you want your makeup to last, this is a very finely milled, beautiful powder. As white as it looks, it will never leave you a white cast. This is truly one of the best powders out there. Dermablend is not really talked about, I feel, but you guys know I love makeup and I know my makeup, and this, if you want like a holy grail that's not really talked about and you're like, you know what, let me try something new, something that Magdalene recommended, try this one. Dermablend is available at Ulta Beauty, so she's accessible. This will always be in my ranking top powders at all times. Every year, I love Dermablend. Dermablend does makeup extremely well, just saying. Okay, a lot of you guys love this powder. The Veil from Hourglass. This is truly a beautiful powder. When I first used it, which was years ago, before using it, I mean, I don't know, I didn't have like high expectations because also at that time, I really liked a very matte, full coverage look. I couldn't even look at anything glowy at that point. This was at least like 2020. A bunch of you guys, I remember telling me, try this powder, you're gonna love it, you're gonna love it. Girl, I do. This is kind of the first powder that had like a bit of a sheen and a glow to it, but obviously not glittery, more of a natural look. This was like the very first powder that did that, although it doesn't really have a natural look, but for that time, this is that powder. Now, of course, we have so many different options. You see the finger touch test? She is a very, very finely milled powder. Also, if you're asking why is a finely milled powder so important, it's because it's going to adhere to your skin well, and it's going to fill up your pores in such a flawless way. A lot of finishing powders tend to not be finely milled, and those are good for touch-up. None of them are here today because I really, really love me a good finely milled setting powder. The Hourglass too, it's one of those brands that has gained a reputation of just being a good high-end luxurious makeup brand, and this powder is great. It works extremely well. Let me show you here. Let's kind of just blend here. Look, you see it just kind of disappears. It has like a bit of a sheen. I do know that they do have more tones now. This is my original powder, so it's low-key kind of old, but it's okay, it still works. If you are deeper complexion from me, they do have a powder that works. This one will give you like a natural velvety look. It's not going to give you a super matte look, and it's not going to give you like that super natural look the Kosas one gives you. It's going to give you like an in-between situation. Okay, girl, let's move this. Let's blend this. The last, but certainly not least, do you guys know? Can you guess? Tell me right now, can you guess which was the last one? She's not last on the list. It was like an oldie but goodie, Laura Mercier. Laura Mercier's powder, she's been popular and viral for, I have no idea how long, but it's been a long time. It's one of the most blurring powders you will ever use. Girl, look at this. First of all, finger test, finger test. You see, look at this. Such a velvety, it's not really matte, but it leaves you with a flawless look. I don't want to call it a matte, but it's so flawless. It kind of gives the appearance of matte. Your skin, the most beautiful finish. I understand this is the #1 selling powder because it is the tried and true, tested, one of the most finely milled powders that I've seen out here in the game, and that's why it's been such a great bestseller. Let's go right here. Let's go right here, and let's press this in. I just want to show you how it just blends into the skin. Look at this. Laura Mercier's setting powder is truly a tried and true, a trusted, because it is that good. I love Laura Mercier powders, especially this one. I like this translucent one because it has a tint. It won't give me any sort of flashback, and it blends into your skin so flawlessly. It's like your skin drinks it up extremely well. So wow, this is it. We went through 10 of my favorite high-end setting powders. Have you tried any of these? If so, which one is it? If you've tried multiple, do you have a favorite? Do I have a favorite? No, I don't. If I have to like choose right now, it would be these four. Yeah, these. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you, Familia, so much for being here. Let me know if you like these roundup videos. I really want to do them throughout the year instead of just waiting at the end of the year to be like, oh, this is my favorite. Unless new things come, which they will. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me. If you made it all the way to the end, you know you're a real one. I love you for that. And please don't forget to subscribe right here so you don't miss out on any videos. And I love you so, so much. See you in the next one. Bye.